In a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have the final interview. Each of these 5 finalists will go through one question, and they'll be judged based on the following criteria: 50% for intelligence and 50% for beauty, with a total of 100%. So let's try to discover if these candidates, if they truly deserve to win the crown of Miss Bohol International for the year 2012. Starting off with our first finalist from the municipality of Dawes, Miss Mary Yvonne Simafranca. Hello Yvonne, you are the first finalist. How does it feel to be in the top 5?
Well, I feel overwhelmed to be part of the top 5.
It is indeed overwhelming, and you have gazillion fans out there. Would you like to say hello to them?
Hello to my family and friends. Thank you very much for your support. It really means a lot.
So Yvonne, are you ready for your final question?
Yes, I'm ready.
I actually have here 5 envelopes, ladies and gentlemen. So Yvonne, please do the honor in picking the envelope of your final question. Now remember, just try to relax, okay? This is also true to all of the other finalists. Just try to win the hearts of our judges. So Yvonne, if you could just please open the envelope for me. Both of my hands are tied. And please keep the envelope. Thank you so much. So this is the final question for Yvonne. And the question is, a news reporter comes up to you this very minute and asks your impressions of TBTK. What would you say to that reporter and why? Let me repeat the question. A news reporter comes up to you this very minute, this very moment, and would ask you about your impressions of TBTK. What would you say to that reporter and why?
First of all, we Boholanos are known for giving essence to our roots as if it were the importance of our existence. Such also is present in the TBTK. Every 3 years we celebrate TBTK not only to give economic value to our province, but also it is the time where we share our ideas and express them for brighter pathways and pastures for the betterment of our province, Bohol. Such TBTK also promotes our kinness to each other, Boholanas, which is very important and what makes us the heart of the island and is truly Philippines.
That's our first finalist, ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 4 from the municipality of Dawes, Ms. Mary Yvonne Simafranca. You can please stay at home. Thank you so much. Our second finalist is candidate number 8 from Boholanos of Michigan. Please welcome Ms. Charlene K. McIntyre. Hello, Charlene. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, sir, you are.
All right, very good. Now, Charlene, you've come all the way from Michigan. You've traveled for hours and hours on end, and you have come here in Tagbilaran City, and you are right now, at this very moment, you are a part of the top 5. How does it feel?
It's very humbling. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So, Charlene, if you could pick an envelope for your final question. And Charlene, please open the envelope. Thank you so much. Charlene, this is your final question. You are asked to help write an article about TBTK. What particular activity would you highlight in your write-up and why? Again, the question is, you are asked to help write an article about TBTK. What particular activity would you highlight in your write-up and why?
Magandang gabi sa inyong tanan. Well, I would probably write about the TBTK activity of the top 10 Boholanos around the world. I attended this event the other night and I was quite impressed with these amazing Boholanos
that have done very good around the world, and they're representing Boholanos, and they are great representatives of this province. And I think that people should attend this event to be inspired by these wonderful people. Top 10 Boholanos around the world.
Our second finalist, ladies and gentlemen, candidate number 8 from Boholanos in Michigan, Ms. Charlene K. McIntyre. Our third finalist, please welcome candidate number 11 from Bethlehem Garden Homes, Jacob Incorporated, Ms. Johanna Feliz Pilares. Hello, Johanna, the lady in red. I'm also wearing red. How are you feeling tonight? How did it feel being part of the top 5?
It feels so lucky to be in the top 5. With all those girls competing for the crowd, being part of the top 5 needs a lot of luck and prayers.
I couldn't agree with you more. You know what, guys? This candidate right here is a registered nurse. During our rounds of practices, she often would come from a duty in the hospital, and right this very moment, you're now a part of the top 5. So, please pick an envelope for your final question. Johanna, this is your final question. If you were to share a particular personal experience in the TBTK to your friends outside Bohol, what will you share to them and why? Let me repeat the question. If you are to share a particular personal experience in the TBTK to your friends outside Bohol, what will you share to them and why? You can actually collect, you can take a few moments to collect yourself. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, as our finalist here is taking a moment to compose herself, it is not really easy to belong to the top 5 finalists. So, are you ready? Okay, very good.
If I were to share a particular personal experience in the TBTK to my friends outside Bohol, I will share the experience wherein all the officials were gathered in Plaza Rizal to celebrate or to commemorate the opening of the TBTK last May 8th. It is because during those times where all the government officials were present, and I was listening to all their speeches and their progress and about Bohol. There were a lot of people in the plaza, they were dancing, there were a lot of festivities, and there were people all around the Bohol. There were people around Bohol coming from all of the towns around the province, and I realized that Boholanos really are very participative in events such as this. There has been a lot of progress in our province, and I could say that people from around the country have also come to trace roots, to nourish bonds, to converge, to do things for the betterment of our province. Because above all, what we are right now as Boholanos is God's gift to us. And what we will become in the future will be our gift to God.
That's our third finalist, ladies and gentlemen. Candidate number 11 is Johanna Feliz Pilares from Bethlehem Garden Homes, Jacob Incorporated. Our fourth finalist is candidate number 7 from Municipality of Sagayan, Miss Mary Rose Buo. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel great that I belong to the top 5.
Alright, you also have a lot of fans. I believe they come all the way from Sagayan. Would you like to say hello to the people of Sagayan who are here tonight?
To my fellow members of Sagayan, thank you so much for your support. You've really been part of my life. Thank you.
Excellent. Mary Rose, are you ready for your final question? Okay, please pick an envelope. And please do the honor in opening the envelope for me. This is your final question. If you are to deliver a TBTK message to your audience right now, what would you tell them and why? Again, the question is, if you are to deliver a TBTK message to the audience right now, what would you tell them and why?
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant evening. If I will have to give a message about 70K, it would be, to my fellow Bahalanas, let us preserve and strengthen our way of lives and culture. It is because our customs and traditions, being Boholanas, has been the reason why we are unique from any other people. Ladies and gentlemen, to my fellow Boholanas, no matter how you far away from Bohol, you can never deny the fact that you can never take away Bohol from your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, to my fellow Boholanas, let us be proud of our personality. Let us be proud of what we came. It is because it is the only advantage that we have, and it is the only thing that we will be proud, being a Boholano and being a Filipino. Thank you.
Our fourth finalist, ladies and gentlemen, from Municipality of Sabay, Ms. Mary Rose Poole. And our last finalist, but definitely not the least, is candidate number 9 for the National Movement of Young Legislators, Ms. Crisal Jade Riquelme. Crisal, we've only met like a few weeks ago. There were times that we talked, and right now you are at the top 5 out of the 12. So how does it feel being a finalist?
I feel so blessed and overwhelmed right now.
Blessed and overwhelming. Those are the 2 exact words that I would describe this very moment, folks. So, Crisal, there's only one envelope left, so please open the envelope for me for your final question. Crisal, this is your final question. If you are to write your thoughts in your diary this very moment, what would you write and why? Again, the question is, if you are to write your thoughts in your diary this very moment, what would you write and why?
If I were to write my thoughts in my diary, I would write the moment that I joined this pageant tonight, because this is so very unforgettable for me, because I am so happy right now. That's all. Thank you.
That's our fifth finalist, ladies and gentlemen. Candidate number 9 from the National Movement of Young Legislators, Ms. Crisal Jade Riquelme. Now remember,